October 26, 9:45 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3, the same lobby we usually hang out in. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ace Attorney. Well, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. How's everybody doing? We're deep in case 3 right now. We're on the second day of the trial. And honestly, I don't even know if we have enough to solve this case yet. We have enough to start pushing hard on that Hugh O'Connor kid, but is he the one that really is behind all this? I truly don't believe so. But I also don't know if we're going to get to the real root of the problem here in this case. We might end up with a patsy here, if you will, in O'Connor getting, all the blame for this kill. Let's find out together, shall we? I really don't know. But if we don't figure it out in today's session, we're going to have to go a third day on the trial, which, with the way it works in these trials in Japan, I say Japan, but in this game, you only get 3 days to solve it before it just goes default judgment or whatever the fuck they do. Your money's still on the creepy smiling guy? Same, bro. Same. But I don't know if he's going to get caught today. He might end up getting away with it for today, and we'll have to come back and get him in another case maybe. He'll, catch him doing something else. I really don't know. But let's see. Let's see. Were you able to sleep last night? Huh? Oh, sleep. Sure, I slept. For like a grand total of 0 hours. Oh, what the fuck is Gavin doing here? Sorry, I gotta get my German accent on this quickly. Guten Morgen, you two. You look like you're ready to put on a real show. But before you do, I have a good lucky for you. The voice print analysis has came back, and the results couldn't be more clear. The voice in the mock trial video and the tape recording are one in the same. In other words, the recording's a fabrication. Got it. It's the most French German you ever heard, DJ? Good. At least it's better than, the same shit I'm always doing. I just want it to be different. That's all I care about. As long as it's different. As long as it's different. Anyway, the voice on the tape says you're a goner, just like in Junie's script. It's been identified as a fake. Alright, confirmed fake news. Somebody fabricated this video tape recorder or whatever. Not a video, it's just tape. It's just sound. It's only audio. The lab is continuing their study of the tape. So far, they found signs of overdubbing. But it's going to take us a bit longer to recover the audio that was erased. Thump? What the fuck? Who's there? Wait. Uh-oh. Who is it? Is it... Did you see who it was? No, I got a quick look, but they got away. I think it might have been Hugh? I bet he was eavesdropping. Nah, dude. Nah, dude. That was douchebag lawyer guy. I fucking know it. It was Means. Mr. Means to the end. It's gotta be. I wonder if he saw our hand. Oh, I'm sure he wasn't the only one just now. I bet Robin and the box girl were listening in too. I will make sure they don't run for it. That is my final gift to you. Okay, all that's left now is to reach out to the truth. Time for a mini Court of Steel workout. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine. Your turn. I'm Athena Sykes and I'm fine. Oh god, it's so cheesy. And I'm fine. Yeah, you are. Anyway, alright. The way they're talking, this sounds like the court case might end on this day. I just don't know how we're going to get there. But let's find out together, shall we? Alright, October 26, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Day 2, court is now in session. All rise! Here we go for the Honorable Judge Douchebag. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods. The Sykes Brigade is totally psyched. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready as well. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Blackwell? I always, when I see the word prosecutor, I almost want to say professor every fucking time. I don't know why. I just wanna. I'll take that as a yes, he's ready. Yes, well, moving right along. Yesterday's adjournment was unexpected, yet necessary. But I'll be running a tight ship here today, so no funny business from anybody. Understood? Your boldness. Robin Newman and Hugh O'Connor have recanted their confessions. But later, I shall grill them at leisure to find whether I can charge them with perjury. Well, this sure complicates matters. Still, one must not overlook the facts. Now, about the school camera photo that was submitted yesterday. A pity, but that evidence is no longer relevant to this case. The art room clock runs fast. It cannot function as an accurate measure of time. As for the bungling detective who overlooked that, he is paying for his failure as we speak. Poor Detective Fulbright. I hope he returns to work with all his body parts intact. But if that's the case, then what will we... The accused is the sole person who could have moved the body from art room to stage. Sorry, my nose is being a little bitch right now. Give me 1 second. Like, it's bad enough when I got morning throat. And I got morning nose. Anyway. I mean to prove it here this day. It's just like Detective Fulbright said. But what else does he have up his sleeve? I guess we're going to find out. My understanding of this heinous crime is thus. The murder took place near the center of the art room, as evidenced by the bloodstain. Blood was also found on some pottery next to the window over the maintenance area, which is to say the body was carried over to that window. From there, it was dropped down to the maintenance area below. And though there was nary a scratch to the body aside from the fatal wound, that too was per the script. A high jump mat was employed to cushion the fall. Then, a ball cart was used to haul the body over to the stage. It's like the most he's ever talked in a row without, like, a break. That's not very clever. I mean, it's the same exact body moving scheme as the script. Anyone could have moved the body that way.
Objection!
Your propensity to spew forth words before you think is not very clever either. Why you... Moreover, the prosecution has a witness, which is most unfortunate for you. Witness! It's time for you to come forth. Who is it this time? Okay, it's just Hugh. That's fine. Hugh's gonna spew a little more, isn't he? Let's see what he has to say today. Well, then, will the witness please state his name and occupation? Hugh O'Connor. I'm a senior at Demis Legal Academy, and I'm studying to be a lawyer. Yesterday I told that lawyer there that I would testify to the truth. So I intend to cooperate fully in today's trial. Happy now, Miss Sykes?
What's he up to now?
The court appreciates your cooperation, Mr. O'Connor. Now, your testimony, please. No more lies, you liar. Here we go again with this guy. What O'Connor saw. The lecture hall was packed before the mock trial, but the rest of the campus was empty. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area. She was heading towards me, so I assumed she was on her way to the maintenance area. But I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that. Man, everything, like, why would these fools not talk about any of this shit the first time around? So tight-lipped. It's like, I get it, really, because they're all defending each other or whatever, and they're trying not to let the real truth get out, and they're hoping that the most basic fucking details will be enough. But it's such bullshit to hear a witness come out with more and more lies. It's like, can we really trust the witness after that point? Can we listen to anything they have to say? I think in a real court of law, they'd be like, you're lying. We're not going to... You can strike everything that person said from the fucking record. All of it was probably lies, or at least it was filled with lies, regardless of how much was a lie and how much was the truth. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what happens in a real fucking trial. But in this game, they can be like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you everything. My bad. And then they're like, oh, and then they tell you some more lies. I'm like, come on, man. This is some bullshit. But anyway. Here we go. The real truth hurts so much, doesn't it, Ms. Sykes? Or maybe you thought I was going to bring up something else entirely against your client.
Ugh, never a snappy comeback when I need one.
He's coming straight at us today, using any means possible. To protect the students who had to climb up high when setting up the stage, a mat was brought over to the stage from the storehouse.
Our client is the student council president. What's wrong with her taking it upon herself to put the mat away after they'd used it?
Objection!
Oh, there is plenty wrong. There is but one mat in the entire school that can cushion a fall from such lofty heights. Ergo, the mat in question was indispensable to moving the body.
So the first thing we gotta prove is how the body got moved, which is gonna be silly as hell. I already know how it got moved, but we'll get there. Ah, it sucks being the last to know everything.
I think I get it now.
The drag marks we saw behind the stage were made by the mat.
If the only mat of that thickness was where the body is assumed to have been dropped, it would be hard to deny a possible link to this case.
We're off to a bad start again. You sure you're okay, Athena? It's game on, Hugh. Game the fuck on, boy. I'm gonna turn your arrogant perfect score grin into a teary-eyed frown of failure.
Yeah, you get that, asshole.
Time to press it all, baby. Here we go.
What, O'Connor's,
He didn't see none of this shit, or at least if he did, he's the one that did it. So, press. Hold it, hold it, hold it right there.
What? I was just getting to the important part. Eager to unsheath your blade, Sykes-Dono, your heavy breath heaves to where I stand.
How rude! A human's breath doesn't travel anywhere near that far.
So the only issue is distance. You're not denying that you're a heavy breather?
Ah! I'm just saying that scientific studies have proven that it's not...
Hang in there, Athena. No matter how many insults they hurl, it won't affect the judge's opinion of you.
What about my own self-esteem?
Let's get back to what happened before the mock trial.
Alright, that's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. Present! Or no, press! Our client was simply putting the mat away. It had nothing to do with this case.
Objection!
That is where you are wrong. There is but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a 3-story fall. Hence, the mat dragged by the accused was essential to moving the body.
If we win this one, I promise to donate another thick mat to the Academy so they have more than one so they can't pull this shit again. Also, he's hinging his shit on the fact that that mat was used to move the body. We really need to prove that that wasn't the case. That's like #1 thing we need to do here.
Now, show me how to show you the truth. You'll have my full cooperation.
Okay.
I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area.
President! Mr. O'Connor, are you positive you were standing exactly where you said?
I was between the stage and the maintenance area, and she was behind the backdrop.
He's sticking to his guns. The issue here is where he was standing when he says he saw Junie. But nothing I say will mean anything without evidence. Time to dig a little deeper.
Oh, and before you ask, I had my glasses on. Therefore, I'm positive it was Juniper. That is not an issue.
Okay. I wasn't going to say anything about you not wearing your glasses. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see shit. Also, we have a bot in the chat. I don't know if DJ's still here. DJ can get rid of it, but otherwise, I'll do it in a minute. Anyway.
She was heading towards me, so I assumed she was on her way to the maintenance area. Okay, let's press that.
Thank you, DJ. You shouldn't assume anything. It only shows that you're not positive.
Objection!
You're not positive. Ugh.
Such wild momentum. Perhaps you were a raging bull in your past life.
Objection!
Don't compare me to some stupid farm animal.
Oi, Justice Dono.
Our assertion is Juniper was simply putting the mat away. In that case, where would she be taking it? Oh, to the storehouse. Over in the maintenance area.
Precisely. Therefore, there is not wrong with the witness's judgment in this matter.
It is your wild charges that are the issue here. But I cannot help it if you keep seeing red. He's gonna get a face full of justice, Apollo style, if he keeps that up. Damn, okay. Anyway, I saw her heading towards me. But I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that. Oh yeah? What was so big? What were you doing? Then it's entirely possible that someone else moved the body, correct?
Objection!
Huh. Are you mad or merely delusional? Everyone was in the lecture hall before the mock trial. The rest of the campus was empty. Ergo, the only probable suspects were the 3 trial participants. I know, thank you for stating the obvious. I also know that Hugh O'Connor were part of one of the participants. Mr. Confident sure goes all out when he tells the truth. Well, I don't think he meant for any of that to be misleading, but it doesn't make it factual. Careful now, Athena. A genius like Hugh could be leading you right into a trap. I'd be surprised if he wasn't, but all I can do is charge forward with both eyes open, so they get poked right the fuck out of my face. Alright, so... Okay. Lecture hall is packed for the mock trial, the rest of the campus is empty. This one I don't really have anything for, I don't believe. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. Again, I don't know if I have anything for that one. I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area. She was heading towards me, so I assumed she was on her way to the maintenance area. But I didn't have time to stand around after she did that. Okay, so I don't know which one of these I have something for. Like this one? It's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. The lecture hall is packed from the rest. Maybe I do have... I don't know. Let me look what I got real quick. So, okay, we have this... Blood found on here. Down. Marks indicate the wrist. Moment of someone very rough. Fake run. Taking it in the murder. Well, is the layout helpful here? Probably not. Results of the voice. Testing is underway regarding signs of the post. Tape is about 10 minutes, 35 seconds of noise requiring further testing. Okay. Last 2 various photos. Oh. Is there anything in these photos that helps? This is all night before stuff, so that's not helpful. It's like, what do I have evidence for in this situation? I don't even know which one I need to freaking... It sounds like he was ready to strike from that vantage point. Maybe. I'm trying to think, like, what do I have to contradict any of these things? When I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. Didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that. I gotta listen to, like, the press on these to see if there's anything I could really hit on any of these again. Let me go back to this one real quick. Let me see what he said again. Hold it right there. I think he just insulted her on this one. I don't think we got anywhere on this one. Yeah, he called her a heavy breather. And like, he's a heavy breather. Ha ha ha. Alright, so this one's not a helpful one. That one's just not helpful because they just make fun of her. Let me press this one again. Client was putting the mat away. But the mat was the only thing to use it. Alright, both of those seem like they're not the one. Let me try this one again. I was between the stage and the maintenance area, and she was behind the backdrop. Okay. Sticking to his guns. The issue here is where he was standing when he saw Junie. Okay, so this is the one I have to press or present something on. This is the one. 100%. This is the one. So the issue is here is where he was standing when he says he saw Junie. Alright. Where he was standing when he seen Junie. That's what we need to go after here. Where he was standing. Okay. Can we point out something about where he was standing at all? Oh! We can! There's a fucking fence in the way. Because if this is the stage and he was over around the corner, he couldn't have seen shit. There's a fucking fence in the way. That's what it is. Yes. 100%. It's the fucking fence. That's what it is. Okay. Got it. It's the fence. I was like, what the hell would be blocking his view or not being able... Basically making him a liar about where he was standing. Not being able to see from where he was standing. So you saw the back of the stage from between the stage and the maintenance area, did you? Well, let's take a look at this photo taken by Ms. Scuttlebutt, shall we? This photo shows the students setting up the stage the day before the mock trial. Do you see the big construction screen to the right of the stage in the background here?
Why, yes. In fact, there was a bunch of those next to my house until a few days ago, too. It was so noisy behind there, but I couldn't take a peek. Oh, how it piqued my interest.
Okay, Judge, we get it. Exactly, Your Honor. You cannot see past such screens. That is their purpose. Now, let's see. How exactly is that screen positioned again? Aha! Since it was to the right of the stage, it should be right here. Got him. And from this vantage point, the witness claims to have seen our client behind the stage backdrop.
Oh my, but the screen would have been completely in the way.
Exactly. He's a fucking liar. That's right. Therefore, the witness couldn't have possibly seen our client from this point.
Huh! Youch!
Yeah. Easy peasy, bitch. What else you got? What other lies you want to spew at me, dog?
Order! Order! Mr. O'Connor, have you been lying to this court?
Yeah. Actually, he has. The screen, right. Must have slipped my mind. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? It slipped your mind? Yeah, okay, I totally didn't see anything. What a fucking liar, man. I hate this. What? Are you telling me Mr. Genius forgot something as literally as big as that? There are two kinds of memory lapses. The normal kind you mouth breeders have. And the genius level lapses of memory that people like me have. Why don't you just admit that it was a normal everyday brain fart already?
Will the witness now please restate what he remembers minus the lapses of memory?
That's easy. I was on the other side of the screen. In other words, I witnessed Juniper from the stage side of the screen. Dude, then you'd be like right on top of her. It's right next to the stage. You're testifying that our client was behind the stage. But need I remind this court the back of the stage is not visible from the front. To actually see our client behind the stage from the stage side of the screen, yeah, you'd have to be all the way behind it. The witness himself would also have to be in the same area behind the stage. Yeah, bitch. But in that case, our client would have definitely seen Mr. O'Connor. Yeah, bitch. Get better. Get good, Hugh. We're starting to learn that Hugh is not as genius as he says he is. Remember, we already learned he's a fucking liar and he pays for his grades, so he's probably going to end up being like a dumbass motherfucker. I'm just waiting for that turn where his personality changes into a dumbass. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I really hope it happens. Yeah, get wrecked, O'Connor. Agreed, Morrow. Agreed. What's up, Morrow? Good morning. How you doing? Anyway, get fucked, boy. Nice one, Athena. Keep it up.
Objection.
Oh, God. He's got objections. Here we go. Here we go. All right, golden boy. Is this not your chance? Telling the truth will be like a weight lifted from your chest. Evelyn's happy because Reagan's here today, so they're off playing. Good, good. I'm glad she's having fun. I'm glad she's excited. I'm glad she's gonna have a decent day, hopefully. So, you know. And hopefully you can get some work done. Anyway, the truth? What truth? The fact that Golden Boy here was where he initially stated. That is to say, he was between the maintenance area and the stage.
Objection.
What? But then the screen would have blocked his view.
Objection.
On the ground, yes, his view would have been blocked indeed. Aha, he was not on the ground, was he? But consider how smoke always wants to rise up high. I mean, go ahead, tell me he was standing in the window. That's just going to implicate him more. Athena, look at the photo again. Do you think... Something on the other side of the screen? Something high enough to see the stage? Dude, there's a window there. Why is this... This is not confusing. No way. This crane right here? But I don't remember seeing a crane there on the day of the mock trial. Me neither, but it's probably safe to assume it was moved before you found the body. That's far enough, Prosecutor Blackwell. Remember, you promised. Huh. I recall making no such promise. It was you who came blubbering to me about keeping quiet in exchange for information. What's all this about, a promise? Is this about whatever Blackwell's using against him? Yeah, we already know about that too. And what's it got to do with going into the crane? Golden Boy did not go up in that crane for fun. So they're implying he was in the crane? That's the dumbest shit ever. This is the dumbest fucking line I could have ever... He was working part-time as a crane operator within school grounds. Dude, no he wasn't. No he fucking wasn't. That's the most liar bullshit I ever heard in my life. Working part-time as a crane operator? Get the fuck out of here with this. Get the fuck out. If this sentence turns out true, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. You have a feeling Blackwell could end up being on the daddy tier list? I mean, he has daddy vibes, Marl, but he's such a dumbass dickbag. Like, this kind of shit right here, his straight up just fucking lies. Like, this is way worse than Edgeworth. Like, holy shit. This is like terrible level bullshit. Even Gavin was better than this. This guy is such a dick. Also, yeah, he's basically a criminal that gets to be... he's a criminal that gets to be a lawyer, which makes no fucking sense. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe his character arc... Maybe his character arc will change entirely and we'll end up liking him more, DJ. But for now... his lawyer tactics are garbage. Worse than any of the other fucking prosecutors we've had to deal with so far. Fucking Franziska was better. Von Karma. Anyway. This line right here just pisses me off. Not worse than Wilfred? Wilfred. You mean the daddy Von Karma? That guy? Was his name Manfred Von Karma? Or was it Wilfred Von Karma? I forget his first name. Maybe it wasn't Wilfred. Anyway, Clavier... Manfred. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Clavier was cooler playing the air guitar. Yeah. Clavier wasn't that bad. Like, sure, he's our prosecutor rival, but he wasn't that bad. He was actually kind of fun to play, like, go against. Anyway, alright, enough bitching about this guy. Holy shit, that line made me laugh. If this turns out to be true, then holy shit. But here we go. What? Do you mean to tell me a high school student was operating a crane? The witness, I object to the prosecutor's last statement. There's no proof I ever operated that crane. Actually, there just might be something that proves you did. Oh, yeah? What? If this whole part-time job thing is true, I doubt it would be limited to a single day. You were probably working at the same site the previous day, too. Is this what you're thinking of, Athena? Oh my god. You know, I never really looked at who was operating the crane, but holy shit. Why did I never look at it? Like, I had blinders on. All I saw in this picture was obviously, you know, fucking Newman there and the teacher. And, like, I know there was a crane operator there, but in my brain I just tuned him out like it was just some dude sitting there. I did not even think to look at him, even in the slightest. That's a ridiculous moment. Oh, my God. He's working part-time as a crane operator. That's the silliest fucking line I ever heard, but it turned out to be true. And it's going to change this whole fucking case. Holy shit. Yeah, okay. It does register as just some dude. Like, in my brain, I just tuned him out. Like, I didn't even give him a second look at all.
As you bark at a squirrel, you might grow wings with a sword.
I mean, those are words to live by, I guess. Hey, Grandmaster. Welcome in with your usual nonsense. It's like, I don't know if any of us noticed, unless you already knew, of course. Like, it's just so obvious to just ignore that spot of the fucking screen. But holy shit, okay. Fine, we have proof. There's no doubt that this is true now. Okay, fine. We'll play off of this assumption. What this has to do with anything long-term, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, yep, as the court can see, this photo captured the crane's operator. And if you look carefully, he bears a definite resemblance to Mr. O'Connor. Okay. Are you serious? This is ridiculous. How very interesting. Let's ascertain whether this is as ridiculous as the witness maintains. The defense agrees with the prosecution. Let's bring the facts to light.
That's all very well and good, but just how do you propose to do that?
The person in this photo has one really distinguishing feature. I'm not 100% sure, but it's at least worth a try. We can clearly identify the person in this photo as the witness by examining his neck, his fingerprints, or his hobby. I mean, I'm assuming it's the neck because he's got that fucking bow tie looking thing on. I'm guessing that's it. It's the only distinguishing feature I can see. The figure in this photo is wearing a very unique object around his neck.
Why, yes, you can see it right there. But then, are you saying you mean to...
Mr. O'Connor's neck is almost entirely concealed by his tall collar. But that's exactly why I believe this warrants further examination.
No, not a chance. That would be a blatant violation of my privacy.
You are a disgrace of a man. Now start unbuttoning that collar before I hack it off. Alright, well, because this nonsense of crane operation is not a lie, I'll stop harping on this guy being a dickbag. He's still a dickbag. Some of his assumptions and arguments have been kind of garbage, but I mean, he still gets us where we're going in the end, like any other prosecutor does. Yes, Morrow, you need to follow what Grandmaster said and see if it works. And then use Detroit Smash. Oh my god. What are you? Deku? Anyway. Before I hack it off, boy. Yeah, what's the big deal? Now let's see your neck. Show us your neck. Show us your neck. Show us your neck. Show us your neck. Guess I have no choice. Show us your neck. Booyah! Wearing it.
Oh my.
So, where did you buy that neckband, if I might ask?
I didn't buy it. It's handmade, and there's only one like it in the world.
Well, sure looks like the neckband in the photo. Should we have the photo analyzed?
You are one irritating lady. Fine, I admit it. I work part-time construction job. It has nothing to do with our school. Operating heavy equipment's no big deal for a guy who can pair their park one-handed. But I never expected one of my jobs would take me to my own school. But when you factor in all of the required test and apprenticeship period, wouldn't you have to be at least 20 to have a license for operating a crane?
Oh, about that. You see, I'm a genius, so, you know.
Oh, God, here we go.
The lies are starting unraveling, dog.
Objection!
Let us dispense with this inane charade, golden boy. No, Prosecutor Blackwell, please don't. High school seniors are 19 at most. Thus, they fail to complete the requirements. But that does not apply to you. Does it, Mr. O'Connor?
Let me guess. He's been held back because he couldn't graduate when he was old. Like, basically, he's older than he... he's basically he's what you call a super senior. That's what they call that.
Why doesn't it apply? He's a senior, so he's around that age, right? No, don't, please! Actually, Golden Boy here is 25. He took a 7-year break from school. 25? 20-fucking-5? I like how Blackwell's just making fun of him too. So fucked up. He's just like, this motherfucker's 25. What an idiot. Just Blackwell. Just this shot right here is fucked up. Oh my god. After I talked so much shit on Blackwell, now he's making me laugh. It's so fucking funny. Oh my god. Wait, come again? Take a gander at the official school enrollment documentation. 'Tis all right here, right there. Oh, Yoch! Apparently he's 25, Grandmaster. Apparently. 25? You mean he's older than me? That's what Apollo just said. Sorry, I didn't get to read it fast enough, but... Jesus Christ, that's so funny. A 7-year break, 7 years. I've just one thing to say. There are 2 kinds of 7-year breaks. The ordinary kind you mouth breathers take. And the genius kind people like me take. But a genius would quickly become a chore for a 7-year break. I think you have that back. I was just going to say, I think that sentence did not make sense. I was like, become a chore for a 7-year... I think it was backwards. 7-year break would become a chore for a genius, is what she meant to say. Fucking dyslexic much? I think you got that backwards, Athena. Even geniuses make mistakes. I just happened to make mine only 7 years in a row. Only 7 years, huh? Only Hugh could get away with using only like that. Enough of this jibber-jabber. Suffice to say, the witness was up in the crane when he saw the accused dragging the mat. I'm sorry. I was still laughing about when he was slamming his hand on the table. I don't know why that moment was so funny to me, but holy shit. He's just like, this motherfucker's 25! Ha! Just the way he was... I'm just picturing him laughing like a motherfucker, slamming his hand on the table. Whew. It's too funny. I can't get it out of my head. Sorry. I need a moment. I know. It's always the unexpected stuff that sends me in the giggle fit, though, Morrow. I know. He was so done with that dude. So done. He's just like, fuck this guy. He's 25, just so you know. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I mean, it's something that is news to me, too. So, like, that's why it was so funny also, Morrow, because I didn't expect that either. Like, we knew he was dumb and paying for his fucking... Like, he was bribing his way through school. We already learned that, and we haven't brought it to light in court yet. But now we know why, because he's actually a dum-dum, and he had to pay for it, and he took forever to go through school in the first place. It took him 7 years, I guess. 7 extra years, anyway. Holy shit, that was funny. Whew, okay. The accused readied all she needed to move the body immediately prior to doing so. Alright, so back to this bullshit again. Here we go. That much is clear. I see no need to deliberate the matter further. Considering that the body was moved in the same manner as the script, I find the prosecutor Blackwell's claim to be quite persuasive. Does the defendant care to dissuade me? Or the defense care to dissuade me, rather? As long as a mat was used to move the body, June is going to be under suspicion. This is the part where we got to start poking holes in the mat thing, literally. I already know how the body got moved. We know all the details. We just got to figure out how to get there. Athena, I just thought of something. What was Hugh doing in the crane right before the mock trial? He couldn't have been on the job at the time. I mean, he was waiting for the trial to start. Yeah, why was he in the crane? Wait, you don't think... Your Honor.
Yes, Ms. Sykes.
I've got it. I've got an amazing idea that will turn the prosecution's claim on its head. A little conjecture has never stopped us before. Interesting. Mr. O'Connor, you were using the crane to move the body yourself, motherfucker. The body was just like it was in the script, so it must have been moved like in the script too. At least that's what the prosecution believes. How simplistic, even foolish. Foolishly foolhardy fools end up with foolishly foolhardy conclusions. I'll have to bring some, Francisco back, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, while I agree that there are some places where people go back to school after they're done with sports and whatnot, they usually don't go back to high school. They go back to, college and whatnot. Like, that's fine. You can be as old as you want and go back to college. No, I ain't judging anybody who goes back to college at any age. Like, for real. If you want to go back to college and finish getting your degree or whatever you're trying to do it. You don't have to. It doesn't matter how the fuck old you are. I don't think anyone truly judges people for that. The only people who judge that might be young people who are like, oh, you didn't finish already, blah, blah, blah. Like, bitch, please. At least I'm getting my degree. Who gives a fuck how old I am? Like, there's no reason to judge anybody who does that. Now, high school, nobody goes back to high school after being an adult. They go get their GED or whatever. People generally don't get held back in high school for that many years. They make them take the GED. They age them out. I don't even think they allow people to be that old in high school at this point. Maybe. I don't know. We don't have fucking Billy Madison up in this bitch. That's some fake ass shit, but it's hilarious. But, like, I can't imagine how true that really is. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving the body with the crane. Here we go. Sorry, I got sidetracked by that little high school 25-year-old thing again. Those are pretty strong words, Athena. You sure about this? The witness is a licensed crane operator, so he could have used it to move the body. It's certainly possible. You gotta debunk me now, prosecutor boy. What you got to debunk this? Let's see. Huh. Well, golden boy, care to chime in? I intend to say no more on the matter. Save that this does not bode well for you. Damn. Damn. He's like he's putting this dude in a corner like, you want to keep lying or you want me to tell, you're going to tell the truth? Here we go. Wait, he's on my side this time? Or is this another trap? Watch this. Oh. Please don't shoot an arrow at people. We're in the courtroom. I can use a bow and arrow one-handed. Yeah, good for you. Wow, that's a crazy level of dexterity, but also, what does it have to do with anything that we're doing right now? I can even drive a crane with one hand. That's easy. But operating the crane itself is so complex, it requires both hands. And now, I would have the court look at this. Oh? Okay. Oh, please tell me that's a ketchup stain. Since when is your hand fucked up? Boy? You wish my hand was injured and required surgery. That's the reason I kept my hand in my pocket all this time. I have already verified this with the hospital of treatment. Quite a nasty wound, they say. So, how did you hurt it? I see no need to discuss that. It has no relevance to this case. 2 hands are required to operate complex machinery such as a crane. But, okay. That's fine. But we have evidence of you being there the day before operating the crane. So when the fuck did you hurt your hand? When? Because it had to be after you operated the crane the day before. It had to be. Unless you heard it during that time. I don't know. Maybe when the person was murdered? You think? In which case, the crane wasn't how they moved the body, which is already what the crane getting thrown into this equation is throwing me off hard, but it's not going to throw off how the body got moved. The crane did not move the body. I know we're saying it did right now, but that is not how the body got moved. I already know this. We know how the body got moved. It's a ridiculous way the body got moved, but it's not the crane. Anyway, you're 30, Grandmaster. You graduated from in year 2014. You want to go back to high school to be young again, but I never actually tried going back. Pretty sure you can't. Like, not officially. You could go there and be like, hi, I'm here. I went here in 2014. But, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, this whole crane side quest is got to get debunked. So let's just get rid of this. I don't even want to go on this side quest in the first place, bro. Ergo, on the day of the mock trial, the witness was incapable of moving the body by crane. Now I'm the fool. No, you're not. I'd planned on moving the crane the night before the mock trial, but then I got injured. Wanting to keep my part-time job a secret, I had to do it just before the mock trial instead. And here I thought this was the big break we've been waiting for. Now that the defense's sophistry is laid bare, I would have the court recall my claim. The body was dropped out of a third-floor window to a mat near the maintenance area. Then a ball cart was used to move it to the stage. See? I've been paying attention. Good. You didn't fall asleep as usual. Well done, your baldness. Now consider this. The accused was sighted dragging that mat. Ergo, it was she who moved the body. We gotta still prove that it wasn't the fucking mat that was not how the body was moved. Well, I think you were on the right track, Athena. You do? Yeah, Juniper remains the prime suspect if we assume the body was moved per her script. So as the defense, you have to figure out how else the body could have been moved. Here we go. This is what I want. But... oh, is he telling me to think of another way besides the crane? Oh, yeah. Ms. Sykes, if you have a counter-argument, this court would love to hear it. And if... if you do not, it is time for the verdict. Isn't that correct, your baldness? Objection! Bitch, please. I got a thing. I got a thing. No, not yet. All I have to do is show that the body wasn't moved like it was in the script, right? Well, that would show that the mat had nothing to do with this case. There is a sword of great renown that cuts down sophistic lawyers. Its name is evidence. You don't scare me. Force a smile, Athena. You can do it. What's wrong with your face, Athena? It's a weird mix of terror and creepy grin. Just focus on how the body could have been moved without it being dropped. How could anyone lower it without just dropping it? It's not like it could fly. I already know, bro. Let's get there already. Or maybe it could. After all, there is a way to zip between the art room and the stage. There you go. This is what we needed to talk about. Here we go. Someone could have easily used that thing. That thing. That thing. That thing.
Oh, yes, of course. Ms. Sykes, the court would like to see what you have for us.
All I have to do is show the tiniest shred of a possibility. The mat and ball cart weren't used to move the body. This is what was used. Okay, so... what do I have a pic... do I, is it in the picture? It's not in the picture. So... if there's no picture of the actual wire itself, I assume we have to say that it was probably this was used to move it? Because, like, her body was, you know, tied to this thing, basically. That's why it was tied all weird. Because there's no actual picture of the wire itself. So it's got to be that, right? It's got to be. It's got to be. The key here is the thing that ties the art room and the stage together. Hell yeah, it is. Might I propose an idea? It might do you well to tie your lips together, lest you further expose your ignorance. Oh, we'll see about that, bitch. This isn't exactly the time for black comedy, Prosecutor Blackwell. Anyway, the court will recall the wire on which the school banner was hung. Here we go. That's what I wanted to see. That wire was strung between the art room and the stage, which allowed students to run or reel in a school banner from the art room. The body could have easily been lowered down to the stage via this wire. Here we go. And this is what we've been waiting for, because we know that her body was hanging there via the wrist, you know, the things around her wrist. We've been waiting for that piece of evidence to really, like, come to light and what it was used for. Like, it's clear that her body was strapped up or tied up by the wrists, and then either she fell down or they cut her down right in the middle of the stage. I'm still not sure if she just fell down or if the crashing sound we heard was the statues breaking. I'm not sure what the sound that we heard was. I'm assuming it was probably the statues breaking. That's what crash sound we heard, and then that's how the body got discovered. I'm assuming that's why, you know, the trial and all that got stopped, because the statues got broken and then that whole thing happened. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, it still doesn't make sense that Hugh did any of this, though. You know what I mean? Like, Hugh's just taking the fall for it, if you know what I mean. But alright, anyway. Via the wire, bitch. Via the wire.
Objection!
Here we go. Spare me your armchair theories. This wasn't some kind of high wire act. The body surely would have fallen. Yet there are no signs of blunt force trauma. Oh, you surprised me, Prosecutor Blackwell. You didn't actually think I failed to account for that, did you, bitch? I'm sure that's exactly what he thought. When we investigated the stage yesterday, the bottom part of the school banner had been tied into a pouch-like shape. Sure, a pouch. And pouches are useful for carrying things. Who do you think, or what do you think this one could have carried, huh?
Well, go on. Please explain.
The body was bundled into the pouch-like section of the banner and set down the wire. Yup. The body would have been down on that stage in a flash, and there'd be no need for a mat. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
I've heard the phrase carrying the banner, but the banner doing the carrying? That's crazy!
Huh. I've no patience for you and your cheap parlor tricks. Your claim is as shaky as a corpse, performing that absurd high wire act. If you have an actual objection, then just come out and say it. I trust you recall the bloodstains left on the raw art room pottery. If the wire had been used to move the body, it would have to be via the window above the quad, the one with the winch. However, the bloodstained pottery was next to the window above the maintenance area. And? Ergo, the wire and banner had not at all to do with this case. Oh, the bloodstained pottery, I remember that. This doesn't look good. We'll be back to the mat theory if you don't do something.
Well, Miss Sykes, I hope you have something better this time than a circus act.
If my wire theory is true, then that blood on the pottery must not have been... It's not the victim's blood. You know who it is? It's Hugh's blood, because his hand's all fucked up. It's 100% his blood. Absolutely. Did we even check whose blood it was? We just assumed it was all the victim's blood, huh? Liars. It wasn't blood at all. No, it's the victim's blood. Or, sorry, not the victim's blood, rather. Maybe it's not the victim's blood. Did the police check to see from whom the blood on the pottery came from? Shame on you, Sykes Dono. Have a little more respect for the constabulary. Y'all didn't even notice the blood was there at first, but here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. About to get fucked, boy? Fool bright. Looks like they didn't check it. Ha ha. Remember when we pointed out the blood on the pottery and he was like, oh, right, there's blood over here. He didn't check that shit. Don't let it get you down, Prosecutor Blackwell. Everyone makes mistakes. Spare me your cheek. We will know not either way till the tests are run. True, but in the meantime, I'm going to press my claim as far as I can. Your baldness. I demand that the blood on the pottery be analyzed this instant.
Of course. It shouldn't take long to get the results back.
Okay. We'll just sit here and wait, I guess.
Oh my, that was quick.
We're history if it turns out to be the victim's blood. Please let it be someone else's. It's Hugh's blood, 100%. Here it comes. It seems the blood was not from the victim.
What?
Furthermore, a comparison with other parties involved with this case reveals that the blood belongs to one Hugh O'Connor. But, called it! I mean, what the fuck else would it have been from? Once we saw the wound on his hand, it's like, oh, then the blood is his. It has to be. How the fuck else would it be anyone else's? Score! You're getting real fucked now, Hugh. What are you gonna say now, bitch? Don't worry, Junie. Just try to relax. Hugh's hands. His hands were dripping with blood. Yeah, we saw. Your Honor, as we saw earlier, the witness's left hand had suffered a serious injury. He sustained the wound in a struggle with the victim, and his blood got on the pottery. Then Junie saw his blood-stained hands as they passed each other in the first-floor hall. It's the only explanation that covers everything. What are you going to say now, Blackwell? What you got? What you got? There is but one way now to turn aside her blade, but do not cast the blame on me. Your grudge is with Sykes Dono, for it is she who forces me to expose your secret. Fine, whatever. Here we go. Wow, how much dirt does he have on Hugh? What the fuck is this? What am I even looking at? An envelope that's got a blade shit going on? What the fuck is this? What even is this? The court will observe this odd-looking envelope. It was inside this that Miriam Scuttlebutt's script was found. Miss Scuttlebutt's? But didn't the prosecution already claim that this envelope is the one that contained her script? Circumstances have changed. You see, Golden Boy had hidden this from us all.
Let's see here. My word. Talk about the world's most painful paper cut.
Indeed, you can clearly see that if this envelope is not opened correctly, a powerful spring-loaded blade will shoot forth, leaving a horrible gash upon the hand. The only one who had been told of the correct way to open it was Constance Court. So basically, he didn't get hurt in the struggle. He got hurt because he tried to open the fucking script and his hand got sliced. He was trying to cheat. That's what was trying. He was trying to be a cheater is what was happening. The teacher didn't do it to him. He did it to his own dumbass self. Anyway, right. Oh shit, we gotta do the voice.
You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't.
I see. There you go. Yikes. Miriam wasn't kidding when she said that. The blood on the blade is the witnesses. Our genius here tried to sneak a peek at the wrong script and paid for his foolishness. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. That's how he's bleeding. I don't give a fuck. That still doesn't change the fact that he could have killed her. That doesn't change that at all. Ouch! This guy's the worst genius I've ever seen. Don't worry, Athena. The wound isn't that deep. We've still got the wire theory. Yeah, I've got it. Since the blood by the window overlooking the maintenance area isn't the victim's, there's no longer any basis for denying the body was moved using the wire and banner. Therefore, the defense against asserts just that. Oh god, here we go again. What do you want now, sir? You call yourself a lawyer? Don't you see the glaring contradiction in your thinking? Huh?
The court would like to remind the witness that his role is not to point out...
And you, how can you adhere to such outdated beliefs? But whatever. It seems you've forgotten the two statues that were on stage directly below the wire. A body sent sliding down that wire would have crashed into them. Care to explain that away?
Why, I believe he's right. The statues and the wire are extremely close together.
Ah, so the body would have collided with the statues? What if they did collide? Wait, that's it. The statues were broken as shit. So, yeah. Speaking of those statues, we still don't know how they were broken. Yeah, exactly. But if we assume the body crashed into them... Boop, boop. Yeah, boop, boop. That would also explain that loud sound we heard while we were in the waiting room. Exactly.
Oh, now that you mention it. You and Mr. Wright went out to the stage after you heard that sound, correct?
So here's the thing. Here is the $1 million thing, right? Who moved the body? Because Hugh, Newman, Juniper, all in the mock trial when the body was moved. If it got moved when they say they're getting got moved, basically when we heard that crash, the mock trial was going on. Thus, all three kids were in the mock trial. So somebody else moved the body. Right? I mean, that's what we're getting at right now, right? It has to be.
You and Mr. Wright went out on stage after you heard the sound, correct?
Objection!
Interesting. How very interesting. But may I ask just one question? When was it that you heard that sound? Here we go. Here we go. It was a little after the mock trial had started. Mr. Wright and I were practically bored to tears there in the waiting room when... Ah! Yeah, exactly. During the mock trial. Here we go. Precisely. If that sound you heard did happen while the body was being moved. That would place it during the mock trial. Well, then that changes everything you've ever asserted, big man. Which means the body wouldn't have been there before the mock trial started. And we're all pretty sure that that was the case anyways. Even though Hugh said he saw the body before the mock trial, that was some bullshit. I'm telling you, everything Hugh has said in this case is because he's being blackmailed. And we're going to get there. We're going to fucking get there. All of his shit is because he's being blackmailed. 100%. But alright, here we go. Anyway. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. He said he saw the body before the mock trial. If so, then my claim that the body was moved during the mock trial doesn't hold water. Stupid contradiction. It's gonna get me and our case killed.
The focus was just on 3 suspects because the body was moved before the mock trial. That has been the major premise thus far. Your assertion, therefore, contradicts the very foundation of this case.
Yeah, because it's all been bullshit from the beginning.
Objection!
From the very beginning. Both sides still lacked incontrovertible evidence. So, should we now also treat Golden Boy's testimony with some level of suspicion? Yeah, no shit. The whole thing. Every word he said.
Good point.
Prosecutor Blackwell is on our side. Woohoo! I bet he's figured out the truth behind this case. Yeah, he realizes that none of the kids did this shit. Well, great. As long as he's not up to something else. If the statues really were broken when the body hit them, then Hugh's statement about seeing the body before the mock trial is a big fat lie. Absolutely. Okay, Mr. O'Connor. Let's get to the bottom of this contradiction about when you saw the body. Look me straight in the eyes and repeat your statement to me.
Like I said before, before the mock trial, the body was,
I shall only say this once, Golden Boy. You had best tell the truth, and do it now. That is, if your head wishes to enjoy the continued companionship of your body. So it's interesting that the secret that Blackwell had on Hugh the whole time was not the blackmail thing. I'm assuming he doesn't know shit about the blackmail thing. Apparently what he knew was the whole construction thing, which is more funny that he knew that part, and that's what he used against him. Oh, and the 25 years old thing too. All of that, like, as part of the one big secret that he knew about him. But he doesn't know anything about the blackmail thing, apparently, because if he did, then he would have had the thought already that it must be the guy blackmailing him to lie. Now, we're probably going to get there, like I said, but he doesn't have that assertion right away. He's just like, you better tell me the fucking truth, boy. I'm sick of this bullshit.
Yikes!
Now, out with it. Did you truly witness the body? Or were you just lying about it? Well, which is it, huh? Oh boy, here we go. Here's the breakdown, y'all. You what? I never saw the body. There it is. Booyah. He admitted it.
Are you sure about that? Lie to this court again and I'll charge you with perjury.
There was no body on that stage. I've been lying about that this whole time. No shit. I'm sorry. But why did you lie? Care to tell us that? Yes, we've exposed Hugh's big lie for what it is. But why would he lie about this to begin with?
Order. The base premise that the body was moved before the mock trial has been overturned. I imagine this is an impact on both the defense and the prosecution's case.
Well, first I'd like to thank the prosecutor. This brings us one step closer to the truth. Now at least we know the body was moved using the wire and school banner. Indeed, that much I shall concede, Sykes Dono. The body was moved as you stated, and in the midst of the mock trial. Wow, he just straight up was like, all right, I believe it. He was a fucking liar. I'll give you that.
So both sides are satisfied then?
Huh. If the body was moved before the mock trial, we have our 3 suspects. But if the move took place in the midst of the mock trial, it is an entirely different story. Right. All 3 suspects were in the mock trial. That gives them solid alibis.
Objection!
Uh-oh, here we go. Huh. How simplistic. Did you forget about the student in charge of the audio? Oh my god. You're gonna say that she fucking dipped in the middle of the fucking show to do this? The timing wouldn't make any fucking sense. Amidst the mock trial, she was the one soul who could leave and re-enter the lecture hall. Wow, he's gonna try and pull this bullshit. That doesn't even make sense time-wise, but sure. You can try, sir.
What's this? Who is this person in charge of the audio?
Oh no. How could I forget? It was... Yeah, Junie was in charge of everything. Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot? Juniper was also in charge of the audio. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. Indeed, the one who could enter the art room amidst the mock trial to move the body was none other than the accused, Juniper Woods, for she was in charge of the audio. No! It's still stupid. It's still stupid. But sure, let's just go with that.
Why, yes, I see. That does make perfect sense.
This can't be happening. Instead of exposing Hugh's crime, Junie's in even deeper. No matter how you slice it, we're cooked. We're cooked, y'all. We're cooked. And here I thought Prosecutor Blackwell was on our side, at least on this issue. The Twisted Samurai strikes again. Twisted? It's more like Dirty Rotten. Huh. Your baldness. It is time to put an end to this farce.
The prosecution has presented a quite convincing case, but the defense has one last chance to voice any remaining objections. Well, Miss Sykes?
Apollo, what are we gonna do? I've got nothing left. Nothing. Nada. Niente. I've been trying to think of something, but I'm drawing a big blank, too. Wait, you're so helpful. You're so fucking helpful. Poor Junie. Unless we figure out something, she'll be... objection. Objection? Well, I object to, Oh, God. What's Hugh got to say now? Or is this somebody else? Oh, no, it's still Hugh. Here we go. Stop right there. Okay. All ears to me. It's time you heard about the rare genius of Hugh O'Connor. Oh, boy. Here we go. Listen, and you will hear the secret behind my perfect crime. Okay. I wasn't expecting this weird animation, though. Biting down on the bow and bending it with your broken-ass hand. Perfect?
Crime?
Oh, boy. He's still trying to take the fall. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, though. Maybe he was, like... I could, you know what, never mind. Let's just keep going. Wait, this is some serious deja vu. Didn't we just go through something like this yesterday? Yes, we did. This had better not be one of his enraging traps. The murder, the moving of the body, the cover-up, it's all sprung from my brilliant mind. Well, go ahead, arrest me. The real killer is right before you. And now the fact that he's admitting it means it's definitely not him. Not that we really thought it was him, now that we know that he has an alibi. And we know he's just a dumbass. And we know he's being blackmailed. God damn it. Let's get there already.
Order! Order, I say, Mr. O'Connor. You already confessed yesterday, then earlier today recanted your confession.
As if you mouth-breathers could comprehend my genius. The end justify the means. Now, bow down and kneel. Kneel before my great and maddening intellect.
Objection!
Enough. The only thing maddening is the ignominy you bear for all to see. Ignominy. I know that word, but I'm not sure I know what it means. For it is impossible for you to have been the perpetrator behind this crime. Maybe ignominy is like ignorance. Maybe it's like ignorance. Anyway.
There is no perfect crime, only a perfect alibi, for you were at the mock trial. And it is silly that I must remind you of this, but you were a participant the entire time. There shall be no mercy if you persist in hindering this trial with your silly little act.
Oh boy, here we go. Hugh doesn't seem the least bit shaken by Blackwell's threat.
Listen, Mr. Prosecutor, calling that a perfect alibi is beyond contempt. Your Honor, I'd like to take this opportunity to offer further testimony. I will now demonstrate the very moment of genius that transcended even perfection.
Okay. What do you got for me, bro? What are you going to help me with here? Because something's going to have to come out of his mouth that's going to help me with my case. Hugh's confession.
You won't believe this, but I used a body double. That wasn't the real me at the mock trial. That means I didn't almost lose. My body double almost did. I slipped out stealthily while my double took care of the trial. I had the run of the campus. In short, I'm the killer. Juniper's innocent.
Fucking body double. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. More bullshit. If you use the body double, who's the body double? Why do they go along with your plan? Why? Like, if that's true, which we know it's not. Anyway.
I have a question I was hoping the defense and the prosecution might help answer. Is it just me, or does the witness's testimony make no sense at all?
I agree. It doesn't make any sense. No, it's not just you, Your Honor. All I got from listening to that was a headache. Yeah, that was just plain weird. Especially the whole thing about a body double.
Well, I'm relieved it's not just me. And the prosecution?
Your baldness. Summon an ambulance this instant. The witness is stark raving mad.
Yes, I think that would be for the best.
Oh boy.
Now then, let's pretend that never happened and move on to my verdict. Let's pretend that never happened.
No, he's gonna insist.
You people don't believe me?
It's not a matter of not believing you. It's more along the lines of questioning your sanity. Yeah, the funny farms is called. They want their genius back.
Shut your pie holes. The intellect of a genius transcends even logic. Besides, don't you guys have that weird device for testimony like this?
Widget's not a weird device, and I don't waste him on ridiculous testimonies. Easy there, Tiger. Think of it this way. We don't want the verdict to be passed just yet. So how about we give Widget a try? Well, this is against my better judgment, but I'd like to conduct a short therapy session.
Your better judgment? I'm a judge, and it's far beyond mine, yet I find it hard to say no. Prosecutor Blackwell, I trust you have no objections? Prosecutor Blackwell?
The prosecutor said rubbish. We'll be out on a stroll, then left with Detective Fulbright. Okay. I guess he's gonna take 5. Alright. How does he get away with stuff like that?
Then I'll interpret that as meaning he has no explicit objections. Alright, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with your therapy session.
I've seen my share of crazy trials, but this one takes the cake. It's fucking ridiculous. Holy shit. You like the burb, DJ? I know you're a big fan of the burbs. Alright, time to get into this guy's psyche and mess with his emotions, even though he's lying about everything. Let's see what the fuck. Oh, look. His happiness meter is off the charts. Wow, look. You won't believe this, but I used a body double. Wow. Just look at that. A fucking dude with a goddamn Hugh mask on is hilarious.
That wasn't even the real me at the mock trial. Okay. That means I didn't almost lose. My body double did. I slipped out stealthily while my double took care of the trial. I had the run of the campus. In short, I'm the killer. Juniper's innocent.
I mean, everything about this is some trash, bro. Like, are you implying you killed her at that moment? Is that what he's implying? I know, there's like so much wrong with everything he said. The stand-in. Like, the stand-in is the part I question the most. Who's the stand-in? I'm about to just probe the stand-in and be like, what the fuck's up with the stand-in? Yeah, let's just do that. Probe the stand-in. Who the fuck's the stand-in, bro? Mr. O'Connor, this is what you're happy about?
Happy? What are you talking about? I'm confessing to murder here. To call the grief I feel at the severity of my crime happiness is insanity beyond mine.
Oh, guess I got that one wrong.
I pity you, mouth breathers. You should listen attentively to the genius of my confession.
Alright, so the idea is, what is he happy about? If anything, like, are we implying that he's happy about this? Like, happy to kill her? Should we just probe that and see? Mr. O'Connor, this is what you're happy about?
Happy? What are you talking about?
No, okay. No. Okay. I'm misinterpreting what I need to do here. I got it. He's happy about Juniper being innocent. That's what he's happy about. He's happy about Juniper being innocent. 100%. That's what it is. There you go. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm misinterpreting. Like, I don't really fully understand what I need to do there most of the time when it has me probe. I guess you have to confirm the emotion that's there. Why is that emotion being caused? I think that's how you have to interpret that. I guess for some reason my brain hasn't really fully wrapped around that yet. But I have to remember that every time I see that. When it gets that version of the thing, I have to remember. Confirm that emotion with what is causing it. Anyway, alright. Mr. O'Connor, yesterday you said that you didn't really care about Miss Woods anymore. Liar.
I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore.
What? Why?
Yeah, well, Juniper reported my secret to Professor Court.
His secret? Oh, the bribe.
She wanted nothing to do with me because I had disappointed her. That's why I don't care about her anymore. I was never trying to protect her. My confession was always about one thing and one thing only. The truth.
Objection!
Liar. Mr. O'Connor, you feel great happiness in the fact that you might help Miss Woods set Miss Woods free. So much so that it overshadowed all of your other emotions.
What are you...
I can hear it clearly now, Mr. O'Connor. The discord you've been trying to suppress. People don't normally feel like you do when you confessed.
So he really was trying to protect Juniper?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Hugh's feelings for her are the real deal. Alright, well, only 10% down, but we got some more to go. But that means his confession is...
Finally figured out the obvious, have we?
He's back!
Why? Prosecutor Blackwell, you're back.
The confession was naught but lies, save for the part about being in the mock trial. Can we all agree now that the killer is the one in charge of the audio, i.e. the accused? Yeah. Why couldn't you have taken a longer stroll?
No, you haven't unraveled the genius of my body double trick yet.
You can't be serious. Do you really expect us to believe that you had a body double?
Yes, I do. But if you think I didn't, then prove it, huh?
Either we quit here and Juniper's found guilty, or we play along with Hugh's delusion. Let's go with the least worst choice, but first, let me update his testimony. Alright. So now we have the... Oh! Okay. That wasn't the real me. Blah, blah, blah. He's happy. No emotion there. Slipped out. He's happy. I had the run of the campus. In short, I'm the killer. See, now he's scared. Or upset? Whatever word that means again. Why are you upset here, sir? Why are you upset here? Mr. O'Connor, this emotion's inconsistent with your testimony. No, it's not. You don't know what you're talking about.
I take joy in my intellectual anger toward your superficiality,
suffer sadness at the world's ephemerality, and wonder at the universe's mysteries. I should have brought my dictionary to court. Wait, let me try that one again.
I also suffer sadness at the futility of your efforts, but if you must...
It's probably just the first one where he's surprised. It's got to be that one, right? This one? He's happy but also surprised. Why are you surprised here, sir? Mr. O'Connor, this emotion... Oh my god. Really? That's not the one either? Seriously? Okay. I'm confused. Like, is it this one instead of the last one? I'm confused. No. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so he's happy and that's what I'm saying. What's the point of that emotion over there on the right here? How can you be both? And also, why is there no emotion here anymore? Slipped out while my then like I had the run of the campus. And then we have these two emotions. Did I try this on both of them? Yeah, I did, okay. So it's not that one at all. I checked both of them now. So it's got to be his happiness on one of these, because I tried all the ones that aren't happiness. Alright, let's just assume it's this one then. The happiness in the beginning. We'll try them all, fuck it. Dude, which one is it? I'm so confused right now. Is it the happiness here? Dude. I'll have tried them all. I'm gonna end up trying everything, apparently. Let's go to the last one. Pinpoint that happiness. Are you too happy? Is that the problem? Okay. So, I've literally tried everything on those two. I haven't tried that one or this one. And I haven't tried... Oh my god, this makes no fucking sense. Why are you happy running around the school, I guess? Dude. What the actual fuck right now? Am I supposed to contradict something here? Is there something with evidence I have to contradict? Is that why I'm confused? I already pinpointed the surprise, right? Okay. And did I do the happy part here already too? Pretty sure I did. Alright, well, apparently it's none of the emotions. I have literally pinpointed every single one now. So I don't even know what the fuck. Are we supposed to pinpoint here because there isn't one? Why is this the correct one? What happened to all the emotion? Is that... The inconsistency is the fact that he lost all emotion when he said that? Is that... I mean, that's different. This whole time I thought I had to pick an emotion to get the answer right. But apparently there's times when no emotion means something. Okay. Confirmed that I have to keep paying attention to that now. Put that in your fucking memory bank, Funky. There you go. I didn't almost lose, you say? Very odd. You exhibited happiness the entire time except during this statement. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, you don't know when to give up. Wait, now that I think about it.
No, don't. Stop making stuff up.
When I left the lecture hall, it was during Professor Mean's pre-trial speech. That's when I moved the body. I then slipped back in just before the verdict.
Wow. Really? Really? Fucking really? So you're saying you were there the moment your double was about to lose?
Yes, I was. Naturally, I wasn't happy when I saw that. In any case, I was at the far end of the lecture hall behind the screen. I figured no one would see me if I came and went through the doors there.
Objection!
Sykes Dono, how much longer will you indulge him in this little charade? While it's true that none in the audience might see him go through either of those doors, the faculty seats on the balconies are a different story and have a splendid view. Well, there's a reason why there's no faculty there. Remember, Court is dead, and Mr. Douchebag Means is the one we're going to start accusing here in a second. So neither of them is going to be relevant here in a second in this situation. The faculty seats on the balconies are a different story and would have a splendid view. Dun dun dun.
I thought you could do better than that. The lawyer's bench is on the right side when facing the front of the hall.
Okay.
I use the door on the right side near the lawyer's bench. That means my movements were only visible to someone on the left balcony seat. But that seat was empty at the time, which is only natural. After all, it belonged to Professor Court, and as we all know, she was already dead by then.
That can't be right. An empty balcony seat on the left side contradicts this piece of evidence. Does he have left and right backwards? Is that the problem? Well, I mean, because in this picture, the left one is Professor Means, so let's just present it. Yeah.
Take that!
I mean, stage left, stage right, whatever, right? I have no idea where this contradiction is going, but I don't have any other moves at this point. Guess I'll just have to follow it and see where it takes me. You said the left balcony seat was empty, but was it really?
I saw it with my own eyes. It was definitely empty.
But what about this diagram? According to this, Professor Means was supposed to be seated in the left balcony seat. So here's the thing. Hugh was in the mock trial like he was supposed to be. Defense lawyer, he's the defense lawyer in this case. He looks up, he sees Professor Means isn't there. That part is true. He definitely saw that Professor Means was not there. Nugget of truth in this bullshit. But if you left the lecture hall during this pre-trial speech, he would have been standing there at his seat addressing the students and faculty. Yes, sir.
No, this can't be right.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. You do no one any favors by exposing the falsities of his confession.
I've told plenty of lies so far, but this part is true, I tell you. There was nobody in the left balcony seat. You gotta believe me.
Huh. Doesn't seem like he's lying this time. Okay, Mr. O'Connor, let's have you testify again, but this time don't spare any details.
You got it. I'll repeat it as many times as you like. I mean, my ingenious escape act warrants repeating, considering I'm the real killer.
All I really care about is whether that seat was empty or not. Alright, here we go. Info update.
The second floor was deserted.
Okay.
Why won't you believe me? It's true, I tell you.
Okay. I went through the back door without anyone noticing.
Then all I had to do was go through the empty audio control room. It leads into the hallway, so I was perfectly capable of moving the body.
This one? Why is he scared here? Also angry and surprised? Like those that feels... This feels... I'm gonna say he was angry. Why was he angry here? Why'd you get mad, sir? Mr. O'Connor, this emotion... Ah, he's gonna say the same shit. You don't know what you're talking about. I take to one... He's saying the same shit. I can't skip it quickly because he's saying it again in a different moment. So it's not that he was mad there. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go to this one and see if this is it. See if his sadness or whatever. Why are you sad here, sir? Why are you sad here? I detected powerful sadness and fear right before you said right after you said this part. It's as if you said something you shouldn't have.
What's wrong with you? You shouldn't have reveal a person's inner feelings for all to see.
Mr. O'Connor, it's you who is revealing your inner emotions by the way you speak. Plus, I have a good idea about why you're feeling sad.
You're a horrible person. Can't you just leave me be?
You said that you went through the empty audio control room, but that's not true, is it? There was someone who returned from there once. There was someone who returned from there once Professor Means finished his speech. And that someone who was in the audio control room was... That would be Juniper, because we saw her in the video.
Take that!
I know you realized there was a problem with your statement as you were saying it. That's why you felt so uneasy. If the audio control room was really empty, that would mean Ms. Woods was roaming around the campus. Mr. O'Connor, if you really want to protect Ms. Woods, just tell the truth. If you believe in her, revealing the truth is the same as protecting her.
Juniper's innocent. That's the truth. But in this dark age of the law, the truth can be easily twisted to serve anyone's needs. When the end justifies the means, your only choice is to fight back with lies.
Hugh's heart won't hold out under this battle between truth and lies. Is there something I can do to make him recant his false testimony?
I fear nothing now that I have lost everything. Go ahead, Prosecutor Blackwell. Cut me down if you wish.
I thought you'd never ask. With you gone, we may swiftly proceed with the verdict. To a verdict. Oh, there it goes. Yeah! There we go again.
Oh, he broke out of his shackles again! Oh no! He broke out of his shackles again.
Sorry, that should have been a deeper voice. I don't want to be the poor accountant down at the detention center. Hugh O'Connor, in deference to your valor, I will limit your suffering with one clean blow. Could you wait just one moment before you cut him down?
Silence.
No. Do not come between a samurai and his foe, Sykes Dono. Eek! I never learned about this in law school. Careful, prosecutor. Remember that shocking experience you had last time? Oh, yeah? Huh. Very well, Golden Boy may live. For now. Enough already, Mr. O'Connor. Ms. Woods would never want to protect you to protect her this way. She values the friendship between the three of you more than anything.
That's where you're wrong. She doesn't feel anything for me now. But what does it matter anymore? I might as well tell you everything. This is, no doubt, news to you, but I am not and never was a genius.
Oh, man, no way. That's crazy. Sorry, but I already knew. Me too.
And don't forget me, though, in all fairness, it was pretty obvious.
I thought he was a genius at first, but he really is a fucking idiot. The stuff he said was crazy.
No need to rub it in. Just shut up and listen. It all started several days ago. I accidentally learned that my parents have been paying good money for my grades.
Wow. His parents have been doing it, so it wasn't even him that was in on it? Interesting.
But that's bribery.
Yeah, no shit. So the bribery wasn't Hugh's idea?
All of my perfect scores were the product of cold, hard cash, not genius. Even worse, when I confronted my parents about it over the phone, Juniper overheard me.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh my, what a terrible misunderstanding. I've been living a lie. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm no genius. I'm completely worthless.
Wow, why you look so smug while you say that, sir?
A perfect 0.
I do feel bad for him a little bit, especially if it wasn't his idea. A perfect dum-dum. Hugh.
Even so, I still wanted to make it up to Juniper for disappointing her like that. That's why I wanted to clear her name by pinning the blame on me. I mean, she probably hates me now, so it'd be a relief for her to see me locked away.
If you were trying to help her, then why did you testify against her?
You were the ones who told me to tell the truth yesterday, so I thought if I did, it would help her.
He wasn't trying to provoke us? It looks like we seriously misunderstood him in more ways than one. At the detention center yesterday, Junie was in tears when she opened up to me. But the truth is, the friendship between the three of them is still rock solid. If there were something that could help me prove that to Hugh...
We even have proof of our friendship.
Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around! I know. What about the proof of friendship they mentioned? I wonder where or what it is. I didn't buy it. It's the neckerchief, bro. It's the thing around his neck, bro.
It's handmade, and there's only one like it in the world.
Maybe it's... No, that's definitely it. That band around his neck. Mr. O'Connor, that band around your neck. That's your proof of friendship, isn't it?
Proof of friendship? Is that anything like a proof of purchase barcode?
No, it's not. In court, evidence is everything. That's why the three friends created friendship bands. It's the evidence that proves their friendship.
Ho ho! How very interesting and chic!
If they have doubts about their friendship, they can look to the proof they have on their on hand. That's why Mr. O'Connor's hand always goes to his neck when he's pressured. It proves he still has feelings of friendship towards the other two.
It doesn't matter if I wear it if those two...
Objection!
Nah-uh-uh. But they feel the same way, too. I know they wear their friendship bands somewhere. Junie and Robin must both feel the same way as Hugh. I just know it. Everything Hugh has said leads me to believe that. In fact, he may have also just told me that the others wear their proof of friendship. Were they hard to spot? Or were they easy to touch? Easy to touch. All we have to do is think back to their testimonies. Ready? Okay, so hers must be on her arm. There you go. Ms. Newman holds her arm when pressured. And Ms. Woods holds her wrist. Okay, so they one on the arm, one on the wrist, one on the neck. Got it. I know Ms. Woods very well. She would never abandon her friendship with you over something like this. And taking the blame for her will only succeed in making her terribly sad.
Oh.
Alright, though. But we still have to, like, find a suspect for this whole thing. Oh, hold on.
Robin, those bands of friendship that you made, just for the three of us. You may have forgotten about them, but not me.
Hugh! Hey, Hugh!
And to think, I should have known better than to doubt my best friends.
Wow. Friendship. Friendship! Where's FML when you need him? Friendship is magic.
I didn't kill anyone. And I didn't have a body double.
That voice didn't match a 25-year-old? I mean, who's to say who it really matched?
I didn't move the body, I didn't even see it, and it may look like I'm speed reading. Zen in the art of mastering the bar exam, but I haven't read a single word. Wow. Well, you could have fooled me. In fact, you did.
Hugh.
So, Miss Sykes, can I place my trust in you?
Absolutely, motherfucker. I'm gonna save Junie. So yes, you can place your trust in me.
Then am I to understand that the witness is recanting his confession?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, 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 yes.
Huh. A most roundabout trial. I much prefer the turnabout variety myself. Now we are back to the fact that there was but one suspect who lacked an alibi. Which is, in the end, the truth you've been seeking this entire time. So we're back to square one? Now I'm exhausted and depressed. It probably doesn't matter at this point. But I might as well update the mood matrix. Okay. So his confession does end up mattering here. Obviously, like what he talked about. Not his confession, but the stuff that he talked about does matter here. Huh? Does this mean... Further resistance is futile. The time for a verdict is nigh.
Objection!
I don't think so, motherfucker. Please wait. What sort of devilry are you up to now? What if our client wasn't the only one without an alibi? The trial would continue, right?
Well, yes, I suppose it would. But after such a thorough investigation, does such a person really exist?
Absolutely. Yes, we found someone. It may have seemed like a major roundabout. But Mr. O'Connor's testimony has cracked this case. There's no more noise. He was telling the truth now. During the mock trial, the balcony seat opposite him really was empty, which now means there is one person unaccounted for. Dun 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 dun! Finally, we're finally going to get to accuse him. I'm sure this is going to be quite a battle, though. Besides Junie, the only other person without an alibi during the mock trial is the statue motherfucker himself. Finally. We're finally going to accuse this fucker. It only took all this time to finally have him as a possibility. Jesus Christ.
Take that!
The balcony seat was empty. That much is true. Isn't it, Mr. O'Connor?
That's right. How many more times do I have to say it?
So basically, Professor Means wasn't where he was supposed to be during the mock trial.
Silence.
Yeah. Need I remind you, every last soul in the lecture hall heard him deliver his speech.
Objection!
That was before the trial, bitch. I know, and that's not the dispute not in dispute here. Now let me explain how a speech could be given from an empty seat. It was... It was pre-recorded? I guess it could have been pre-recorded. The other two don't make any sense, so I'll go with that. What if the speech was pre-recorded? That's the only way the speech could have been delivered from an empty balcony seat. It's possible. I can believe this. Who's objectioning now? Is he here? Oh no, it's him.
Wait, are you accusing Professor Means? That's insane. I mean, he's the one who gave me the tape recorder.
Well then, talk about it all just coming, obviously pointing to him in like 2 seconds. Jesus Christ. Remember the tape recorder being fake? Oh, he's the one that gave it to you, is it?
Take this to the police, he said, and tell... Oh, sorry.
Take this to the police, he said, and tell them you found it. What? Really? Wait a second. Mr. O'Connor, did you just say that Professor Means gave you that phony recording to you?
Phony? That defense will refrain from hurling unsubstantiated allegations.
Well, I said he gave it to me, but what do you want? What do you mean it's phony? Wow, who could have seen this development? Me! From the very beginning! From the very beginning! Because he's creepy as fuck. It's so obviously it was him from the beginning, man, just because of how creepy he was. Anyway, the voice shouting "You're a goner" is recorded on this tape. Was dubbed onto it using a line our client said in a mock trial video.
Why, this is an extremely crucial piece of evidence.
Yeah, we know. Never trust the guy with the smile from Solo Leveling or Attack on Titan. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Professor Means gave Hugh that phony tape. If that's really true, then Professor Means has guilt written all over him. Your Honor, the defense moves to call Professor Aristotle Means to the stand.
Silence.
Huh. The seat was never empty. 'Twas but an oversight by our dullard of a witness. An inmate who was formerly a surgeon once told me something. He said it's often all too easy to overlook critical symptoms.
Objection!
Well, we're not going to overlook this oversight. If the speech was pre-recorded, the basis for suspecting our client would be shattered. Let's check with Professor Means and see whether the empty seat was a witness oversight. A verdict without first looking into that would be inconceivable, motherfucker!
That's enough, both of you. Now here's my opinion on the matter. While a surgeon overlooking critical symptoms is a problem, a witness's oversight, too, must not be overlooked. Thus, as to the matter of whether Professor Means was or not in his faculty seat, was or was not, I believe we must ask the professor himself.
Agreed. I agree. Professor Means should be here in the gallery today.
Huh. Do as you please.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to do it. Hell yeah. It's been a minute, but we finally got him on the stand, y'all. We finally got him as part of this case, y'all. Here we go, y'all.